Gonna do a playthrough of This Is Police, starting from scratch just to see what's up with the game. So we're gonna begin our first day at work. Very specific art style to this game. Pretty interesting, so let's see what happens.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
So this is a first day meeting. I guess we get to interact with these different options here. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. Good enough. Who cares? After recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to you resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Again, who cares? That's his business, not mine. Ask him yourself. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? No comment. Usually I prefer to answer all your questions, but in this situation I've got to say no comment. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? And I'm going to say possibly. It's often difficult to say what guides policy decisions. Thank you. So we made it through the press conference.
Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Relaxing for the day?
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man."
I'll do my best.
"And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon."
I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
So I'm hoping that we get some opportunity to whack the mayor within this 180 days, because I think he needs taken care of, and being a corrupt cop, hopefully we have the ability to take care of him. So day 2 of work, day 1 wasn't a real day.
Cops don't use the police station
So hopefully we
cafeteria
get into it now.
anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eaten here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Okay, so we're going to pick our officers that we're going to use for the day. These are our Shift B officers. Oh, they've already been chosen for us. Great. So for the first hit and run, a married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in a parking lot. Back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw he'd hit a bomb, he got back in the van and quickly drove away. So we're gonna send our 2 basic officers, our 2 cheapest ones, for a little hit and run. That's no big deal. We don't need to send SWAT out for that. So we have 27 seconds to answer this. There's a fight. Okay, we're gonna send our next 2 lowest. It's not that big a deal. Reserve our more experienced officers just in case something bigger comes in. Okay, so the report from the hit and run's come in. The offender escaped, the officers are unharmed, which is great. They get a little bit more experience. Well, one of them did anyway, I think. So that's alright, they're on their way back. The fight reports also come in. The offender was caught. So our 2 people get some more experience. Brilliant. And I guess they're on their way back. There's an armed robbery, so we want to send... oh, we can't send SWAT this time. Alright, we're going to send our 2 most experienced officers for the armed robbery. Hopefully... oh, let's see this here. Fight. There's another fight that's broken out. So we're going to send this one and this one. And see if we can get these situations taken care of. So basically, you're just going to send whichever officers you deem appropriate to every different situation just to see. So there's an assault in the ghetto. Let's see. The vehicle in question parked right outside the Browning residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. We have the option of sneaking into the house through the open window. Knock knock, open up for the police. Turn on the siren. We're corrupt already, so we're just going to sneak into the house through the open window. And we're going to catch him. That's great. We get money. I mean, experience, sorry, not money. And crime in progress, the assault. So we're going to send 1, 2, 3 officers. Proceed. And the other ones are on their way back, so hopefully they get back before the new one. Caught the offender. That's nice from the other fight. So we continue to gain experience, which hopefully helps us out in the future. On occasion, you can lose an officer because they could get shot. I think they can quit as well. If they get freaked out and different mental things can happen to them, they can get shook up, I think. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I've had a go on this. Offender escaped, even though we sent 3 cops, so they lost experience because of that. Okay. And we've reached the end of the day. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. And everything worked out okay. Shift A. Okay, these are the officers we have for that.
Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, a fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. Don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people, old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Day 3, so we're off to work. Construction of cinema postponed again. Legendary singer Carlos de Freeburg, Francis Kendrick announced his retirement date. So I guess his corruption's really catching up with him. And he's probably worried about getting bumped off at some point. So this person is saying, they say it's going to rain today and I have a very weak immune system. I'm afraid I might get sick. Can I go home before it starts? No, you can't. What do you think this is? It's my dog's birthday. No. I got tickets to watch film TV show. No. Got some stripes. What's that all about? Okay, I guess. I don't know. Choose a song to play. I don't want a song. Just go to the map. Let's have day 3. Vandalism. So we're going to send this one in the hope that maybe he can at least begin to gain some experience. Let's just say a labor market. Oh, we need a detective, do we? So this guy's got 250, this guy's got 335. Oh wow. Can we hire this guy? Oh yeah, we can. Hiring for shift A or shift B. Personnel. Let's see who we have. Shift A. We have this guy and this guy who aren't that great. So let's go here. Let's get this guy and we'll put him on shift A. Hiring for shift A. And cop slots. We have these guys here. And go with Ricky Darius. Let's see, personnel for shift A, very experienced, and then it drops down to below 200. So we're going to get this Ricky guy for shift A. Close that. That's very nice. Helps us out.
211 in progress.
Vandalism again. Today seems to be the day of the vandals. So we're going to send again the least experienced people. There's no reason to send the whole time. In fact, we're only going to send 2. There's no reason to send 3 people for vandalism. I don't know what they could be doing that would warrant 3.
211 complete.
So let's see, they got away. He's lost points. He's so low he can't even lose points. So these 2 knuckleheads didn't do anything. Suspicious individual at Eddie's Burgers. Alright, we can send Samadi and Robbins. Some mid-level cops. Low to mid-level. Let's see, did these guys catch the vandals here? No, they escaped. So even anybody below 100 doesn't seem to be worth a shit really. So let's see what else is gonna come up.
1210 complete.
Suspicious individual, the waitress. Alright, false alarm. Alright. No worries, so they're on their way back. King Louis nightclub. Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again. Now he can't get off in time. Maybe the line outside the club is stretching around the block. We need someone who can tell the cool guys from the punks. Alright, so we're gonna send Vandal over. Surely he can do it. We don't need somebody as experienced as Stovall, just in case something big comes in. And he can go with a less experienced guy, and hopefully the deficit will be made up between their the difference in points.
1111 in
So
progress.
drug sale. Alright, what we're gonna do, we're gonna send these 2 guys again. Hopefully they can handle it, get a little bit more experience maybe.
411 in progress.
Suicide threat. I'm definitely not sending these 2. We're gonna send this person because he's experienced, and we're gonna send him with Grant. What are we being offered at the police station? We are being given another cop slot. So the next highest available regular police officer is Nicole Smith. We're gonna hire her for... Yeah, we do actually need somebody around that level. She's close to reaching 200, so we're gonna hire her for shift A as well. Close that. Yeah, we do seem to have a lack of personnel here. Affairs, police station. Yeah, it's all good. Same thing. So we've reached the end of day 3.
Looks like we have a situation
Oh,
here.
drug sales. Let's see here. As the police arrive, a clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. Cover up in a raincoat, take the clown onto the ice, and round up any witnesses. Carefully watch the clown from the stands. We can carefully watch him,
1111
and we catch him. Great, so that's alright. So that is in fact what closes out. Sorry, Chief, but I quit. One night I pulled in more money in a month working at this dump. Oh wow, so we lost Vandal, who's quite an experienced guy, but we did replace him with Nicole, so it's not so bad. I guess that's why the slot became open.
411
Okay, and we get 4,500 towards our retirement fund, which is currently at $6,900 at the end of day 3. So that's all good. We're gonna end the day and end the video. We'll come back and pick up from day 4 if need be.